Although I made this video nearly half my lifetime ago, the movements, methods, and results are just as relevant today.
Yummy Yoga is a series of somatic movements designed to release the muscles in your body that have been tight for so long that you are no longer able to relax them at all. Often, we find the jaw, shoulders, back, and hips are the most chronically contracted, and we lose our freedom of movement. There is not much actual stretching in Yummy Yoga. That's because we found that the most effective method for stretching a muscle is to gently further the contraction and then consciously release it so that it relaxes and stretches itself and we avoid injury. While practicing, it's helpful to focus your attention on the part of the body we are working with and to remember to breathe into each movement. These movements are subtle, complex, and gentle. Please go as slowly as you need to go while learning and practicing them. You'll find a more thorough explanation of somatic movement at the end of this video. To begin the lower body section of Yummy Yoga, lie on your back on the floor. We'll start with a tightening, releasing exercise. Pay close attention to what happens on the releasing, as that is what we will focus on throughout this video. Take a deep breath in and hold it. Now tighten everything. Tighten the face, tighten the arms, tighten the legs, and let go. Pull the belly in, squeeze all the air out, hold the breath out. Now let the muscles of the abdomen relax and the breath will fill the body, bringing it first into the belly and then up into the chest. Once again, tighten everything. Squeeze. Tighten the chest, tighten the face, tighten the back, and let go. Pull the belly in, squeeze all the air out. Hold the breath out, and then last time, bring the breath into the belly and then up into the chest, and tighten and hold. Squeeze the ears, eyes, and tongue. Release all the air out. Hold the breath out for just a moment, and breathe in. Long breath in, and long breath out. Take another breath in, and as you exhale, feel the weight of your body resting on the floor. And on the next breath, let's begin to rotate the feet on the ankles as if the feet are propellers. Nice and slow, so you can feel it all the way up into your hips. Breathing. See if you can feel each individual toe move. And change directions of your circles. Notice as you rotate the feet, the muscles of the lower legs that contract and then stretch to make this movement possible. Let propeller feet go. Bring the arms up above the head along the floor, making a railroad track with your body. Take a deep breath in, and as you exhale, shorten the right side of your body by pulling the shoulder blade down the back and tilting the right hip up toward the shoulder blade. Inhale through center. Exhale, shorten the left side, with the hips tilting side to side like an anchor. Inhale through center. Exhale, shorten the right, and feel the natural lengthening that happens from one side contracting. Inhale through center. Exhale, shorten the left. And as you release, notice the muscles that contracted to make the movement happen and are now letting go. Breathe and relax. Bend the knees so the feet are flat on the floor. Our next movement is for the psoas muscle, a muscle that goes from the lower spine across the front of the pelvis, connecting in front of the hip. Along with tight hamstrings, a tight psoas is one of the major causes of low back pain. To assist in relaxing it, we'll consciously tighten it first. Lift the right knee. Inhale and press the right knee into the hand, tightening the psoas. Breathe, and leaving the leg in the same position, release the resistance. Press, tighten, and as you release, pay close attention. And last time, inhale, press, It is the attention along with the movement that reawakens the neuromuscular connection. And release on the exhale. Now change legs. Inhale, press the left knee into the hands. Feel the muscle gently tighten and slowly release as you exhale. Press, tighten, and release. And last time, inhale, press, contract, and release as you exhale. Let the legs lengthen out, take a breath, and we'll do sloshing. Relaxing the neck and jaw, move the balls of the feet up and down, sloshing the body as if it were a plastic bag filled with water. Take a breath and let it go. We'll come back to sloshing throughout the tape. Next is marionette legs. Beginning with the right leg, pretend there is a string attached to that right knee. Pulling the knee out to the side, dragging the foot on the floor, let the head roll to the left. Lift the knee up, returning the head to center. Press the right foot into the floor, lifting the hip and allowing the head to roll to the right. Take a breath, and as you exhale, let the hip return to the floor, head rolls to center. The knee lowers out to the side as the head rolls to the left. The imaginary string attaches to the big toe, and the leg and head return to center. Inhale, reach the left knee out to the side, dragging the foot on the floor, let the head roll to the right. Lift the knee and head to center. As you inhale, press the left foot into the floor, rolling the hip off the floor. Allow the head to roll to the left. As you exhale, let the weight of the hip lowering return the head to center. The knee lowers to the side as the head rolls to the right, and the string pulls the leg down, returning the leg and head to center. And the right side again. Take a breath and pull the right knee out to the side, allowing the movement to cause your head to roll and the neck and jaw to relax. Lift the knee, feeling the head return to center. Press the right foot into the floor, rolling the right side of the pelvis off the floor as the head rolls to the right. As you exhale, let the pelvis and head return to center. The knee moves out to the side as the head rolls away. The imaginary string attaches to the toe, lengthening the leg as the head rolls to center. Left side. Take a breath. Pull the left knee out to the side, feeling the head roll to the right. Lift the knee and feel the head return to center. Press the foot into the floor, lifting the hip toward the right, letting the head roll to the left. Take a breath, and as you exhale, return the hip to the floor and the head to center. The knee moves out to the left as the head rolls to the right. The imaginary string attaches to the big toe, lengthening the leg, returning the leg and head to center. Last time at your own pace. First the right side. Feel the connection between the movement of the pelvis and the head. Notice that you have to relax the neck to feel the connection. And then left side. When the leg extends out this last time, take a deep breath in and do some sloshing. Check to see if your pelvis and hips feel any different from when we began a few moments ago. Using marionette legs, bend one knee out and up. When you have that foot pressed into the floor with the hip lifted, marionette the other knee out, and when the hip returns to the floor, you should have both knees bent with the feet flat on the floor about hip-width apart for arching and curling. On the inhalation, the tailbone presses down into the floor. The belly button pushes up toward the ceiling, and as you exhale, the belly button pulls down into the spine and the tailbone rolls off the floor. As you inhale, the tailbone gently rolls down and the lower spine arches, pushing the belly button up. And as you exhale, the navel pulls in and the lower back flattens. Inhale, let the tailbone roll down, and the belly, and perhaps even the chest expand with the breath. And as you exhale, you pull the belly in, Squeeze all the air out and feel the tailbone just roll off the floor. Inhale, feel the breath come low into the belly, and as the tailbone rolls down, all the muscles of the back gently contract. And as you exhale, pull the belly in, and the muscles of the abdomen contract, and the muscles of the back lengthen. Do one more round. Tailbone leads the movement. This is the movement the spine does naturally with the breath. We're just exaggerating it. If it feels awkward for you to bring the breath into the belly first, stay with it. I think you'll find it worth the effort. Next, we bring our attention to the muscles on the side of the body. Using your arm as a pillow, roll onto your side facing us. Bend the knees up so the legs make a 90-degree angle, like you're sitting in a chair. Bring the top arm over the head, touching the opposite ear. We're going to keep the knees together as if they were attached with a string, and the top ankle will lift. Take a breath in, and on the exhale, lift the head and ankle, pretending you could touch your elbow to your hip. Inhale, let them down slowly and smoothly. Exhale, lift, shortening that whole side as if the bottom rib and the hip could kiss. Inhale, relax down. Do one more. We're consciously contracting the muscles on the exhalation, and on the inhalation, relaxing down. Then bring the top arm down in front of you to act as a balance. Check to see that the legs are still bent in the 90-degree position for the movement that can be helpful with sciatic pain. This time you'll keep the feet together and lift the top knee. Lift the knee, contracting the piriformis muscle, which is the muscle on the side and back of the hip. Exhale, lower the knee. Inhale, lift the knee, using the muscle in the top of your hip rather than pressing the feet together. Exhale, see how smoothly you can do the movement. And last time, lift, resisting the temptation to let the hip roll open to lift the knee, and lower down slowly. Paying attention to the muscle, you might be able to feel it release its contraction. Roll onto the other side, once again bending the knees up into the 90-degree angle, making the shape of a chair. Bring the top arm over the head, touching the ear. The knees stay together. Take a breath in, and on the exhale, lift the elbow, head, and top ankle, shortening that whole side. Inhale, lowering down smoothly. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. Remembering the release is what we want to pay close attention to. And exhale, feel those muscles shorten. Inhale, feel them lengthen. Then bring the arm down in front of you for the anti-sciatic pain movement. Checking to see that the legs are still bent in the 90-degree position. This time the feet stay together and the top knee lifts. Inhale, lifting the top knee, feeling the muscle in the side of the buttock contract. Exhale, lower it down. Inhale, lift, resisting the temptation to create the movement by pressing the feet together or opening the hips. Exhale, lower smoothly. Do two more, and then come onto your back. It doesn't matter how big the movement is. The important thing is to feel it as it releases. This is a muscle that can stay chronically contracted, creating pain down the leg from tightening around the sciatic nerve. In this movement, we're reawakening the neuromuscular connection so it can learn to relax again. We'll do an active stretch for it in a few minutes. Breathe, and if you would like, do a little sloshing. Sloshing brings movement to the joints at the top of the spine that connect to the skull. Creating gentle movement here is especially helpful for releasing neck and shoulder tension. Gently roll onto your stomach, preparing for the infant development movement. With the right arm bent, the left arm down by your side, and your left cheek resting on the back of the right hand so your eyes are facing the elbow, take a breath in, and on the exhale, pull the navel in and see if you can keep the abdominal wall engaged throughout the next movement by imagining a tennis ball under your navel. On the inhale, lift the elbow, right hand and head, and the left leg very gently, keeping it straight. Exhale, lower down, really focusing on the relaxing on the exhalation. Remembering the tennis ball, inhale, lifting smoothly. Exhale, lowering down, letting it go. And arrange your body to do the movement on the other side. Now the head looks over the left elbow, and the elbow, the left hand and head, and the right leg lift as you inhale, keeping that navel pulled in. Exhale, lowering down, letting go. Do one more at your own pace. If this feels like a lot, make the movement smaller. You just want to feel those muscles tighten and then consciously feel them let go. Take a breath and roll onto your back, bending the knees up. Bring the hands behind the head as if you were stargazing for arching and curling. Inhale, press the elbows into the floor, feeling the muscles of the back contract. Exhale, pull the belly in, fold the elbows in toward your head, using the hands to lift the chin toward the chest. Inhale as you arch, pressing the elbows into the floor. Exhale, pull the navel in as you feel the shoulder blades move apart and round the spine. Take a deep breath and let go into the floor. So far, we've awakened the muscles in the front, back, and side of the torso. So now we're ready for twisting movements. If twisting feels risky for you, please take it easy, but continue to do the movement at a level that feels comfortable for you. Bring the arms out to the side, palms down, making a T with your body. Cross the right leg over the left as if you're sitting in a chair like a girl. On the inhalation, bring the knees toward the right in the direction of the top knee, keeping the left shoulder blade on the floor. Rotate the head to the left. Exhale, pull the belly in using the lower abdominal muscles to bring the knees and hips back to center. Inhale, lower the knees only as far as you can without the shoulder blade coming off the floor. Feel the head rotate. Exhale, pull the lower abdominal wall in to pull the hips and knees to center. Inhale, over. Exhale, pull the abs in, creating the movement with the muscles of the lower abdomen, which are key in supporting the low back. And change sides. Now the left leg will cross over the right. Inhale, keeping the right shoulder blade on the floor, lower the knees to the left, looking to the right. Exhale, use the lower abs and the shoulders on the floor to return everything to center. 2 more times at your own pace. These small muscles of the lower abdomen support the low back, and unless we learn to use them during more vigorous activities in our lives, injury is a certainty. Now we're going to deepen the access to these abdominal muscles. Exhale, pulling the knees into the chest. Inhale, bring the left big toe over to the right as you're comfortable. Exhale, pull the lower abdominal wall in and lift the knees back to center. Inhale, over, being careful to use the muscles of the lower abdomen in between the hip bones to bring the hips back to center. Last time, inhale, over. You could do this movement by rocking on the hips, but I want you to do it using the deep muscles of the abdomen. Let the right foot come to the floor and change the position of the left leg, so now you're sitting in a chair like a boy. Exhale and lift the knees back into the chest, and notice that just having your legs like this can be a stretch in the hip. Inhale, bring the big toe toward the floor, going as far as you're comfortable, and come back to center using those lower abs once again. Inhale, over, pressing the arms into the floor to act as balance. Exhale, back. Bring the right foot to the floor, and in this position, arch and curl. On the inhale, pressing the tailbone down, stretching the back of the hip and the piriformis. And on the curl, press the knee away, stretching the front of the hip. Do one more round at the pace of your own breath. Uncross the legs, take a breath, and notice the difference between the two sides. This time, we'll cross the right leg over the left as if we're sitting in a chair like a girl. Exhale and lift the knees into the air. Inhale, bring the legs over to the left as far as is comfortable, perhaps touching that right big toe on the floor. Exhale, pull the lower abs in to bring the knees back to center. Inhale, over. Exhale, pull. Inhale, over. Exhale, pull. Lower the left foot to the floor and we'll change the leg position. So now we're sitting in a chair like a boy. Exhale and lift the knees into the chest. Inhale, bring that big toe over. Do as much as you can without straining. Exhale, use the lower abs to return the hips and knees to center. Do 2 more at your own pace. We're strengthening the abdominals and increasing the spine's ability to twist, which is really helpful for everything from driving a car to swinging a golf club. Bring the left foot to the floor and let's arch and curl. On the inhalation, pressing the tailbone down, stretching the piriformis muscle on this side. On the exhalation, the curl, pressing the top knee away, feeling the front of the hip. Do 1 more round at the pace of your own breath. Preparing for seaweed legs, the last movement in the lower body section, grab your pillow. You can put it underneath your legs and rock up, or you can bend the knees, press up, and lay the pillow underneath the hips, placing it so you feel the pressure of the pillow from the waist to the hips. Bring the legs into the air, take a deep breath in, and let the legs just float around like seaweed. Long breath in, long breath out. There are all sorts of things you can do with the legs here in seaweed legs. You can straddle them open. You can bring one up over the head and let one stretch away from you. You can bicycle. You can reverse bicycle. You can bring the legs all the way over the head into the plow, a traditional yoga pose. If you stay in seaweed legs for a little while, the legs can feel quite light and bend a little bit easier. You can cross one leg over the other like we did in the hip stretch. Basically, the sky's the limit with seaweed legs. The main thing is that you are breathing. If you would like to stay in seaweed legs longer, push pause. To come out of seaweed legs, bring the knees into the chest, either rolling off the cushion to the side or rolling onto the shoulders and taking the cushion away. Come onto the back. This completes the lower body section of Yummy Yoga. Take a deep breath in and simply notice how your lower body feels.
To continue with your beautiful tension release, click the link and watch Yummy Yoga Part 2 for the upper body.